It's just another day in the life of Britney Spears.
You guys just back off a little bit, give her space.
Everywhere she goes, every step she takes, the paparazzi are there.
Hi, Britney, how you doing?
Dozens of people whose only job is to follow her every move.
It's an adrenaline rush. You know, I sit at her house and follow her, you know, pretty much every day of the week. You know, she's the type of person that no matter when you take a picture of her, it'll sell.
12-hour shifts. We get our supplies early on, and we sit and we wait. And it's a lot of waiting, you know, a lot of waiting.
It's all waiting. It's anything up to 12 hours waiting for about 15 minutes work.
But that 15 minutes of work can pay off in a big way.
And it really is a Britney economy here in LA.
Oh, big time. Pretty much all the paparazzi you can see, you know, live their whole, you know, their wages, feeding their family, feeding their kids. It's all off Britney Spears. Yes, there are other stars, but pretty much Britney Spears is the money shot.
Shiraz Hassan is the founder of Hollywood.tv.
It's the business of show business. You know, when people pay $1 million for a shot of Britney's kid or J-Lo's first baby shot, that's $1 million that a paparazzi can make in one day.
So when Britney moves, they move.
Let me know if she goes right or left on Sunset, or if she continues down Beverly. West on Sunset. Thank you, 10-4.
We tagged along as Britney was just trying to get some lunch with the paparazzi caravan in hot pursuit.
The minute she opens the door, she knows it's on.
Hey, make the hole right now! All right, back! Hey, out of the way! Out of the way!
How can you not feel sorry for her when you're watching all these people?
What do you mean feel sorry for her? You know, that's the everything. Like I say, look, people keep buying the magazine. This is gonna happen every day. The daily business is going.
3 minutes later, no lunch in hand, Britney emerges once again.
Britney, we're with Fox News Channel. What do you think about the paparazzi? What do you think about it?
LA City Councilman Dennis Zine thinks enough is enough.
It creates a hazard for the celebrity, for the paparazzi, and for the general public.
So he's proposing the so-called Britney Law, which would create a paparazzi-free bubble around the celebrities, emergency care centers, homes, and businesses.
The ramifications will be either a citation or incarceration, impounding of the camera, impounding of the car.
Zine says the breaking point was Britney's last trip to the hospital.
When they had to bring in a helicopter, a police helicopter, motorcycle officers to escort an ambulance to the hospital, I said, this is over the top. We need to come up with some legislation, some rules and procedures to say we can't afford $25,000 every time a celebrity has to go to the hospital.
Yes, they're trying to pass laws. I can tell you now, there are already laws in place. You can't jump out of your car in the middle of a street. You can't drive on the opposite side of the road. These are already laws that are already in place.
But it happens.
But it happens. Why does it happen? Because a magazine or a TV show or a news channel will call up and say, I will pay you this much money, $1 million, and get me this shot.
Once someone starts rushing to the car, that means someone is going to get that first shot. So that means everyone wants to get that first shot.
Do you ever feel guilty for putting a camera in someone's face?
Of course I do. Yeah, of course. But I have to start looking at it as a business and take those emotions out of play when it's time to shoot.
Britney!
Who I really blame, all right, paparazzis are taking this shot. I understand there should be some kind of safety zone. I agree. Second part is who's distributing the content. The third ultimate blame, which drives the Britney Spears economy, is the person who's standing in line at a supermarket buying that magazine. The person who grabs a remote control and tunes in.
We got a name like a pit bull. You know, you see a pit bull and you think it's gonna bite. That's what the paparazzi are. Paparazzi supposed to be a bad person, but yet you have millions of people. You got the guys that tell us get a life, low life, this and that. You got their wives buying the magazines. You got their wives looking at the news, you know, checking out the websites, you know?
We get paparazzi scum, you know, dirt, you know, we get yelled at, cursed at. If the consumer didn't want to see Britney, the magazines wouldn't buy our pictures.
The photographers all say it's supply and demand, and as long as the demand is there to the tune of millions of dollars, they will be there as well.
And Britney's your boss.
Britney's my boss. Britney is my boss, and she, you know, pays my mortgage, and she's real kind to me. So I got to look out for her. She looks out for me and my family, and puts food on the table for me. So I got to make sure she's taken care of, and nobody gets out of line when they're following her, you know?
Everywhere she goes, the Britney economy follows.